What's up everybody, welcome to my channel where we don't do and think like the average person out there. So on my channel I talk a lot about personal finance and what you should be doing with your money. But what exactly do I do with mine? In this video today I will be sharing with you 4 ETFs that I am buying now and I've been buying over the last 2 years. Now before I go any further, you know I'm a random guy on YouTube and what I say should not be taken as personal advice. So make sure you do your due diligence before you go out and invest in any ETF stocks or REIT that I talk about on this channel. My investing strategy is really simple. Every month I show up dollar cost average and I do this religiously every single month, sometimes 2, sometimes 3.
Yeah man, sometimes 2, sometimes 3. Every single day.
There's not a month that don't pass and I don't try to invest in these ETFs. You might be new here and you're wondering what the heck are ETFs? Well, ETF is nothing but a group of stocks that you can purchase at a single price. Now, I'll leave a link to a video detailing what are ETFs in the description below. So the top holding in my portfolio is XLK, which is 21%. Now, XLK pretty much tracks the technology stocks within the S&P 500. Now this is primarily for growth and it is the riskiest in my portfolio when it comes on to ETF. I mean, what's life without taking risk? As Jim Rohn would say, if you want safety and security, go and huddle in a corner. Well, in life you have to take some risk to get good rewards. Now for the last 10 years XLK has been doing pretty well. It has an annualized return of 18.93% and pays a little dividend of 0.83%. Remember, when you have extreme growth, dividends is not going to be high, so that's a trade-off there. Now one of the main reasons why I'm investing in this ETF is because I'm a big believer of tech, right? Tech ain't going anywhere anytime soon. And I believe there will be tech companies after tech companies. So for example, if a company like say Amazon, Microsoft fail, there will be a company coming up to replace them. So they'll be get kicked out and then they will be replaced. So I'm not worried too much about that. At number 2, we have VYM, which is a dividend yield of a little over 3%, and over the last 10 years it has done exceptionally well, returning over an average of 11%. Now when I first started investing in this ETF, the annualized return then was about 8.2%. So it has improved a little since then. And remember guys, past performance is not necessarily an indicator of future performance. Now VYM pretty much tracks the FTSE High Dividend Yield Index. This index selects some of the best paying stocks and REITs in the United States and weighs them by their capitalization. And guys, most of the things that I share in my videos are things that I actually do like. So I remember about a year ago I did a video on what to do with a salary increase. So the reason why this ETF is in my portfolio was I had received a retroactive payment. This was my first time experiencing a salary increase in a corporate company. Now, what did I do with that money? I invested it in VYM. What did I do after? Every month I invested the difference in VYM. And this is how easy it is to actually create your own salary increase. It's not difficult. And I remember I also did a TikTok video on how to give yourself a 10% salary increase for a lifetime. Now, these monies are out there making monies on top of monies. That's it. You don't have to complicate it. So because our dollar cost average and the stock market is down, some of the positions are down, but the initial investments that I made, they are up about 10% to date. Now on top of the nice growth that I will be receiving from this ETF in the future and years to come, guess what? This ETF also pays me a nice dividend. So even if I don't invest anymore in it today, 1, it will still compound, and 2, I will be receiving a dividend payment each and every quarter. And remember, it's automatically reinvested, so each quarter I will be getting a little bit more without doing anything. So that's the heart of making money. Like, you invest it once and you don't do anything. That's true passive income. Little bit of effort to manage it. The third of the top holdings in my portfolio is VTI, which is a broad market ETF. VTI stands for Vanguard Total Stock Market Index. I consider this one of my pension fund. Like literally I consider this as my pension fund. Well, one of two. The second one, which I'm going to be talking about shortly after, is the second pension fund that I have. Currently, this occupies 15% of my portfolio, and over the last 10 years, it has performed pretty good. It has returned over 13.37%. It has a little dividend yield of 1.47%. The top 10 holdings are no stranger to you. It holds companies like Facebook, Amazon, and JP Morgan. So number 4, which occupies 12% of my portfolio, is SPLG. This tracks the S&P 500. This ETF has a dividend yield of 1.48%. Nothing fancy, but it still generates some income. And for the last 10 years, it has a average returns of 13.81%. Now, average meaning that not every year you're going to get 13.8%. There might be a year when it returns minus 20%. There may be another year that it does 50%. So over the long term, it averages out. So you may start investing today and you might be expecting 10%. But guess what? The year might end in minus. And personally, for my own selfish reasons, I'm hoping the stock market end like a 10 or 20% down this year. Like, the more you can accumulate while the stock market is down, the better for you. Over the long term, the stock market tends to perform really well. Now, if you're wondering how you can invest in these ETFs, all you need is a brokerage account with Interactive Brokers. The one that I'm using now is TD Ameritrade, but unfortunately, they no longer accept Jamaican clients. So Interactive Brokers work well, and the advantage of Interactive Brokers is that you don't need to purchase a whole share like TD Ameritrade. Interactive Brokers pretty much allows you to purchase fractional shares. So if you have only $10, you can buy shares with Interactive Broker, but that is not the case with TD Ameritrade. You have to purchase an entire share with TD Ameritrade, which may make it difficult for some individuals. Now, if you want to see the top holding stocks in my US portfolio as well as my Jamaican portfolio, which is 100% equities, then make sure this video get 100,000 views, and I'll definitely do a part 2 for you guys. So that's it for now. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Just get a pay raise or salary increase. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you 5 things that you should do when you get a salary increase. Scoring a pay raise or bonus feels really good. It's validating and can be a boost in motivation, but it's not so easy to come by. When you receive an increase, it's easy for you to want to become a golden boy or girl. You might feel the urge to increase your lifestyle, but perish that thought. While a salary increase should improve your life in many ways, your first instinct shouldn't be to go on a shopping spree, buy the latest Gucci, Nike, or the latest iPhone. Here